Shalom, all praises going honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the elect. This is a response to this video by this guy called Malak Shah. It says Tahar is bugging out with this 3 videos a day commandment. He's speaking about Apostle Tahar at Great Millstone. And first of all, he lied. Because the 3 videos a day was not a commandment. And the scripture speaks about bearing false witness. The scripture speaks about meddling in many affairs, many matters that don't concern you. Matter of fact, we gonna get some of these. All right. You're supposed to yeah. Let me get that. All right. Because this guy who calls himself Malak Shah, he broke a commandment. He called himself being an Israelite, called himself waking up people from the false prophet, from the false teachings of the Great Millstone, which he says, but he just bore false witness. Because it was mentioned on more than one occasion that the 3 videos a day was not a commandment. Exodus 20:16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Deuteronomy 5:20. Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor. Proverbs 25:18. A man that beareth false witness against his neighbor is a maul and a sword and a sharp arrow. You a scatterer, a disperser, a breaker, that is a mallet. So you trying to disperse, what are you trying to do? You're trying to disperse the followers of Great Millstone. You're trying to bring in some division, so to speak. Well, it says, thou shalt not bear false witness. And the 3 videos a day was not a commandment. So that's strike one, the guy that calls himself Malak Shah. All right. That's strike one, man. You in this video, I'm going to discredit you. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's number 1. All right. 1 second. I think it's Sirach 18. This is Sirach. It's a lot. This is Sirach 18:20. It says, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. So when you read the comments, I read some of the comments. It talks about how the brother Apostle Tahar exhorted the brethren, and to do 3 videos a day. He said we should be in the spirit of doing 3 videos a day. It's not a commandment. There's not a rule. It's not an order. I believe the terminology was it's not an order, but it's basically a goal. It's a goal to strive for. That's all it is, man. It's a goal to strive for, man. But it's another scripture I want. It's a Sirach 11:7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. Malak Shah. That's strike 2. You didn't even understand. You didn't even know what was going on. You just thought the scripture says a fool will observe no time. You know, you was out of time. You was out of season. It was just foolish. All right. It says, I believe the scripture says honor and shame is in talk. All right. And when you opened your mouth, it showed your foolishness because your mouth did not add up with the truth. The truth of the matter is the 3 videos a day is not a commandment. It's a righteous exhortation. It's righteous encouragement. All right. Now, it was something he said in the video. I'll get it. I'll let him say it.
Mercy on whom I will have mercy. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 14 through 16. It says, What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. And that's the point. You can't will yourself into being the elect. You understand? Because if you're not of that, you're just not of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not up to you.
And what we have just witnessed, that is what you call an out of season precept. All right? That precept is out of season. That's not on point in the sense of truth. All right? Of course you cannot will yourself to be the elect. Everything is predetermined, but the Lord gave us guidelines to go by. The Lord gave us a blueprint. The Lord told us what the elect would be doing. All right. So if we're being exhorted by our apostles and elders and men over us on down to behave as though we were the elect, what's wrong with that? Have he not read? Do he not know the scriptures say that? I'm getting it here. This is Colossians 3:12. It said, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High. All right. To sink into clothing, clothe oneself, to invest with clothing. So clothe yourself with the elect. Basically, the garments, the clothes, righteousness. Put on righteousness as though you were the elect, man. As the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Because that's what the elect gonna be. They bowels gonna be full of mercy, meaning the inner seat of man, the seat of emotions, their lob, their bowels full of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Those are attributes of the elect. All right. All right, here you go too. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. Okay, so we know that this is what the elect gonna do. It just said, we just read that in the scriptures. Now we know we can't make ourselves to the elect, but as long as the Spirit of the Lord on you, you're gonna do what the Bible said the elect gonna do. You're going to put on as the elect, humbleness of mind. All right. Bowels full of mercy. What we just read in Colossians. You're going to be diligent. Because it said what? If you do these things, you shall never fall. So our apostle is exhorting us to be diligent. And we got a scripture that lines up with it. I mean, what's the beef? First of all, you're not even a part of this thing. So how does it even affect you? Hey, the scripture says, how can you judge another man's servant? This ain't got nothing to do with you, man. You've been, signed out, logged out of this thing. So how does it affect you? How does it affect you? All right. But anyway, that's strike three. A lot of brothers did. I seen a lot of brothers did responses to it, and I just went and watched it for myself, and that's what the Spirit put on me to say. With Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. Shalom.